Hi everyone, PSV Ajax 5-2. We went to Eindhoven, Papimento. We were hoping. We saw actually a surprising first half, to be honest, I think for everyone. But then we crumbled basically in the second half, and the end score was 5-2. We just watched the game, right? So we're just sitting here and we're talking about the game. We're analyzing the game. Before we do, what's your overall emotion right now?
I'm disappointed, first of all, just because if you look at the game, we had a chance to get a result. So that's where the disappointment comes from. But if you ask me, I'm very proud of the boys. I'm very proud what Maduro did in 1 week, Juan. I thought after the Brighton game, we had a chance. Just if you had the right tactics and you put pressure on their playmaker, Veerman, and if you can take him out, I was like before the game, then we might have a chance to make it hard on them, and we did in the first half. Brobbey was everywhere. Brobbey was difficult to defend for Amayo. I was very impressed with him, but the lack of finishing gave us the wrong result, I would say, because there was so much more in this game for us.
Yeah, we could have been up, honestly, in the first half by a bigger margin than 2-1.
Absolutely.
Were you surprised if you look at the tactics, because Maduro said we're going to approach the PSV game differently than what we did against Brighton? Did you see what that difference was?
I mean, they were higher up the pitch. They didn't backtrack, and they were pressing. So that was the difference with Brighton. With Brighton, we went very deep, sit deep, wait for Brighton to make the mistake. But I thought that Maduro saw that with PSV, with the press, you could disorganize them a little bit and make it hard for them to build up. So that was very smart. And but let's be honest. I mean, we're not playing through our midfield. We're not playing the Ajax way. It's still long balls to Brobbey and hoping that something arises from there. But I don't mind that. If that's a tactic and and the players know what to do, and you see like they're coming near Brobbey to see where the ball lands so they can continue their attack there. So at least the players know from the coach, okay, this is the tactic, this is what I want you to do. When we go for the long ball, it looks so much more like discussed, and there is a tactic, and these players understand what they have to do. And is it the way Ajax want to play? Am I completely happy yet? No, it's not there because we're number 18. We're not winning games, but I think this is the lowest we're gonna get, and from here
you cannot get lower than 18, or do you mean something else?
No, but I mean, like, people are saying we're going to the Kampioen Divisie. Yeah, we're going to relegate. I don't see that. I think this is the last one. From here on out, I expect results and points, and I'm sure they will come after we saw the Brighton game and PSV game, that there are chances and we have enough quality to at least be top 5. So I don't want to hear that anymore.
Yeah, about that midfield, right? Maduro applied some changes to the midfield as well. Van der Boma came in. Rinson was a 10. Berghuis went to the right side. We know also that Avila had to play because Sosa was injured. But taking him out of the equation for a minute, just about that midfield, that change. What do you think of that, looking back?
I wasn't. I mean, look, in the first half, it was mostly long balls. So, Juan, the midfield, mostly what they're doing is backtracking, making sure the field is not getting big enough, and recover the ball. And I think with this midfield, how we play today is not my favorite to get the ball back. Just because I don't see Taylor and Branco also in the second half from the Boma. You see that they're not an Edson Alvarez type. And I mean, he went twice, I think, in a duel, Branco, in the second half, where he just falls down and a huge counterattack follows. So you need an Alvarez. You need a good defender there, because if you can pick up the ball there, the transition will be much easier for you. But now it takes like 3, 4, 5 people to get a ball away from a player. We're missing something, and I'm not sure what it is. But look, also PSV, very lucky with the goals. Chucky with the against the crossbar comes directly to Luc de Jong. Yeah, very, very like. And also, I think it was a hands on the third goal from him, or was it his second?
Of Lozano, you mean the handball?
Yeah,
allegedly a handball. It's difficult to see, but you think it's a handball?
Exactly. And I think Guy wasn't really good there in defending, while
Yeah.
I thought he was much better than what we've seen under Stein with some players. So, of course, we made mistakes, and mostly they were individual mistakes because I saw also one goal with Sutalo trying to control the ball with his feet, and then the touch is not good, and it falls on the midfielder PSV, and from there on out they can counter. If you take these little individualistic mistakes out, we would have had a draw or a win. So
Yeah.
this
Let me hold you there. Let
that
me
match,
wait.
Yeah,
Let me hold you there. The individual mistakes there.
yeah.
Are these individual mistakes? I'm going to ask also the viewers. Are these individual mistakes something that we could take out of these players? Can it be that throughout the season they will develop into players that minimizes these mistakes, or is this their quality? Because that's the main question right now. Is
Well, the
that the
fans might
quality
not
that we
agree
brought
with
in,
me.
or do you think they can get better?
Yeah, well, the fans might not agree with me, but I think if you are, since the beginning, you came at Ajax and you're constantly losing and you're constantly scrutinized for your quality, I think the nerves are there, and it's going to only require wins back to back for them to regain confidence, and these mistakes will eventually go out because they do have quality. Shutalo, sometimes with his passing, I'm like, wow, that takes balls. But on the other hand, his defensive work, he's leaving mistakes there here and there. So we're expecting him. I know he's 23, 24, but we're expecting someone new to become a leader because he has to be that leader next to Hato on that defensive line. And he has to set everyone in their position, let's say. So that's what I'm expecting from him because he's the big signing. And maybe it's not fair to him, but that's what I expect if you're a big signing coming to Ajax.
Yeah. Do you think I'm moving away from this game now quickly?
Yeah.
It's been reported by Mike Verwij from the Telegraaf that Van het Schip has an agreement now. He wants an assistant to come with him, so it will be announced tomorrow or on Tuesday. Do you think Van het Schip can, because he's taking over, do you think he can make us stable and start winning games and climbing up the ladder?
Yeah, I do. And just because of what Maduro has shown, we know there is quality in this team. We know they're smart enough to listen to tactics and understand what they need to do. So with John van het Schip, I hope this experience of this coach can help also Maduro because I'm assuming that Maduro will stay in his staff. He will just bring one extra coach with him. And but the tactical side of how Maduro is doing things, I think he can help Maduro in that side, and he has much more experience, so he can give him other perspectives that could also help. Furthermore, he did this with Greece, introducing the whole new style of how to play Ajax, the Ajax way, and the possession ball way. So I think he can. All the new players that came in might have a blast with him, um, getting them to the level they require.
Yeah. Look, about the players that we've seen so far, we've seen them play a couple of weeks now, and a lot of new players. But we had this discussion before. A lot of people are also criticizing the players that have been with Ajax for a bit, right? Bergwijn, Brobbey, Taylor,
Me
etc.
too. I'm one of them, Juan.
You too. But if you look at the performance today, is there any positive you can take from those established, let me put it this way, players?
I think mostly people are talking now about Brobbey because he missed so many chances. But I just want to say that I'm unbelievably proud at the work he does before he gets into the box and he gets that chance. Because yes, he's not clinical. Yes, he doesn't have the finesse. And yes, he cost us the game today because with those chances, if you score them, two of them, three of them, it's lock in the first half, and no way they're coming back on that because you will break a little bit that spirit. But it's not helping when you miss those chances. And I'm so happy that he scored. Maybe that will help him a little bit with the motivation. But if you compare him, Juan, to Bergwijn and Berghuis, two veterans, what did they do most of the game? I know for Berghuis it's a different type because it's not his position. Mostly he plays midfield, sometimes right wing. Can be easy. But Bergwijn, what does he bring? Seriously, as a captain, what does he bring? One shot on goal. He did give the assist to Brobbey, but if you think about it, it was Brobbey heading the goal winning the header from Romayo, and that's how Bergwijn got the ball. And he only has to pass a simple ball to Brobbey for him to score. I'm so happy that he scored that because Broby will get confidence from that. But Bergwijn does too little for me as a captain, and he's not showing the price tag that he was bought for. And
There was a report yesterday from the NOS, just quickly on that, about
Mhm.
Bergwijn, that Saudi club basically, they want to basically buy Bergwijn or get Bergwijn, probably in January. Where do you stand on this one?
I would say bye bye.
Throughout, even though this team is a little bit disorganized, we don't have a lot of again established players. You would let him go in January.
Yeah, because I think this season is already ruined. He's been with us for 2 seasons, in which 2 seasons we've seen Ajax terrible.
This is the second. Right? This is second season.
This is second season, but
Yeah.
it's already a season that we cannot expect much. It's not going to be a top 3. We should just hope for a top 5 or top 4 in the best of scenarios. But just let him go, build with guts, build with the new youngsters that are coming up with high quality, Forbes that can play on his position finally. We have some options in the January window. If you sell him, I don't know what you can get for Bergwijn, because I'm guessing we're not going to get the same 30 million, but maybe we can get somebody else, something on the midfield that we desperately need, a creative midfielder, press resistant midfielder, something that can help us progress the ball, because I think that's where we're lacking, mostly on the midfield. It's not balanced enough.
Yeah. Look, we're at the bottom of the table. You already said that. We have an all-time negative record. We lost 5 consecutive games in the eredivisie. It's not something I would say as an Ajax fan, but there is a small but here. 2 of them, basically. One is we played the top 4 already. That's one. And the second of all is we played RKC. We still have like maybe 10 minutes to go. We're leading 3-2. Volendam will play on Thursday. So we have to step up now. We have to get those points in, build some confidence, go forward, and start climbing up the ladder until January, basically.
Right on the spot, Juan. I mean, I have nothing to add, but you do see that 2 months with Stein and keeping him and holding him wasn't helping Ajax, wasn't helping the players, and you see what a normal coach can do in just a week. And that's my whole problem with this. Coaches are so underrated, man, in this country. A good coach can make the difference, and you see that with our team. We've been losing only, and still they go out there against Brighton and PSV and play decent, and that's admirable. That's a little bit of respect has to go to this team for coming out like this, and I hope they can build from here.
Okay, just getting a couple of comments out,
Yeah,
so
go
you
ahead,
can
go.
react to them before we log out. Peter Buck is saying there is no quality in the team. And we should accept that, basically. Do you agree with that?
There is quality, but not on every position. So yeah, I can 50% agree with that. Certain positions need work. Absolutely.
Dimitris, thank you for the comment. He's saying these are not individual mistakes, Papi. It's deeply rooted insecurity. Stay strong, Ajax friends, Dimitris. Thank you for that, Dimitris. Appreciate that. Do you agree with him, by the way? Insecurity more than quality?
Could be. I mean, I talked about not winning so long. It could hurt your confidence. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm also seeing a lot of people commenting on Berghuis. Also, like, he's not doing much. What is he adding basically to this? We talked about Bergwijn. Berghuis we haven't touched upon a lot this season, also because he was suspended before and he got injured. Now he's getting a couple of matches in, but it keeps becoming like this discussion, midfielder, right winger, but he's not making his mark on either of those positions yet. How do you feel about that? What should Van het Schip do with Berghuis? Let me put it this way.
Well, look, I thought Berghuis was okay today. He wasn't the best, but again, I like that Branco was playing on the midfield and Berghuis was also playing, because I think that gives us control on the ball. Not a lot of players on this team give that control and give the range of passing that these two can do. Also, I saw some crosses from Guy, I want to say, and the same applies for Berghuis, because they have good passing and crosses. But if the front guys miss so many chances, how are you going to show your stats? How are you going to show that you're a good playmaker? How are you going to show that you're a good assist guy? It takes a long time before we finish a chance. So this is also affecting their stats. If you're asking me, keep Berghuis on the right just because I like Branco van de Bomen, but Branco needs a real number 6 next to him, not a Taylor. I want to see a Branco next to a Tahirovic or a Branco next to a Vos. There need to be balance more. There need to be more runners. There need to be somebody that can stop and recover the play while the opponent is building up. And that will make us much more of a threat than what we're being now.
Yeah. Look, 5-2, coming back to the end score. But according to you, if I can dissect what you said, the level, second half was big. But if you look at the first half, we could have got a different result out of this game if we were more clinical. So there is hope from that. If we go forward, there is hope. There are stuff we can get out of this team, out of the players moving forward. Is that basically the conclusion for you?
Absolutely. And not only based on this game, Juan, also based on the Brighton game, different tactics, different players, wasn't the same team, and still they did an excellent job, especially in the first half. I thought in the second half, we really died down. The energy was not there anymore. It was hard. I don't know if it's because of the score line or anything, but the spaces seemed bigger again. The structure wasn't there as it was in the first half. And that disappointed me, but it's much better than what we were seeing under Stein. And that's why I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed with the result.
Yeah, but now we have to start getting points.
Absolutely. That's the next step.
All right, that's the next step. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Stay strong, everyone. We'll be back on Thursday. After the Volendam game, we will have a regular stream. Let's hope we got the 3 points, guys, and we get out of this 18th league position. Thank you, and see you guys soon.